Dearly beloved contractors, I'm about to share a message with you people today. You people, I want to choke you. I want to choke contractors today. Okay? Today, right now, in this moment, I want to do this. So jump into this video with me. I'm going to do a little training for you, give you a little wake-up call, a little come to Jesus moment, if you want to call it that. I don't care what you call it, but we're about to get real with some things that are going on in my own life right now with home improvement contractors. Let's go. All right, my friends, so I'm going to start this video by reading a picture of a text I sent my queen just last night. And some of you that follow us on Facebook and some of our other groups and this and that, you've already heard what I'm about to say if you're in some of our private groups, because I went off, and I'm probably going to go off here a little bit. So here's your warning. Warning. I'm going to use strong language, and I'm going to start with the text that I sent my queen. Sent 8:10 p.m. last night to my woman who's out of town right now, doing busy stuff with one of the kids, college visit, blah, 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 living life. And while she's doing that, I'm living life, and I'm doing the things that I have to do to drive my business forward and take care of the other kids and the dogs and the pets and all this other shit. And at 8:10 p.m., I said, fucking bullshit, that we are even spending 3 seconds of our amazing existence on earth doing this. That was the text that I sent. You know what she sent me back? Nothing, because she knew I was pissed. I said, we'll deal with this tomorrow, which is today. So after this video, and Eric leaves, and we do all the shit that we do for our content here on Contractor Fight TV, I have to now pick up the reins and deal with this bullshit, because you all, and listen, let me just say, if the shoe fits, you wear it. By the way, kind of a side note, my old football coach back in high school, Wheaton North High School, okay? We were state champions and all this other stuff. Great program. And our head coach would always say that. And I remember he'd go, if the shoe fits, wear it. You know, he'd be lecturing the team. We'd all look at each other like, what the hell does that mean? Okay, well, what it means is if what I'm about to say applies to you, then take it to heart. If it doesn't apply to you, then don't turn into a little kitty and get all butthurt and send me a bunch of comments like, well, I don't do that, Tom. Our business is perfect and blah, blah, blah. You know, you go stroke yourself off. All right? So let me tell you this right now. You, if the shoe fits, are fucking up your life. You are screwing up your business. You are making life for your prospects and customers a living fucking hell. Okay. I've actually calmed down from last night, believe it or not. So here's my post. I'm going to because the post kind of says it all. So I'm going to read a little, share a little, read a little, elaborate. And we're going to have a good time here. But I want you to wake up, because the responses that I'm getting from people are, you know, Tom, you did it again. You smacked me right between the eyes with the truth. Thank you. See, people that want to grow, that are FWs, that want to get better, that are more concerned with getting the results and reaching their goals than they are with being right and defending their fucking position. Okay? Those of you that are like that, you're going to appreciate this message. All right? I'm in rare form today, my friends. All right? So here we go. So I said, I'm doing several projects at my house. I've hired 2 fighters, and what I mean by that is people that are in our fight community, people that I've coached personally that are in our programs, our sales academy, our 100K, one-on-one, whatever. All right? One of them is a guy named Jake San Miguel. All right? He's here in Colorado Springs, and another is Matt Heiner, okay? Doing my exterior stuff, my landscaping and water features and all that stuff. They have been both been great to work with, okay? They've made it easy for me to do business with them. Incredibly simple. Here's the other thing. Every other contractor that I've had to deal with, talk to, communicate with, has made my life hard. Every communication between me and any other contractor, and I'm not going to specifically name these trades or these people right now, Okay, I'm not going to be a D-bag like that because I'm actually going to have a conversation with them, a respectful conversation about, hey, you all need to watch my shit. If nothing else, consume my free stuff and wake up. I also want to be clear that these contractors that I'm reaching out to are not chucks in a truck. They're not these low ball and schmoes that don't have licensing. These are legit companies. I'm talking that do millions a year in sales, that have been in business 20, 30, 40 years, 15 years, whatever. I've done my homework. I did not shop around. I did not get a bunch of multiple bids. I'm not playing that, all right? In fact, Jake and Matt both charge and are making more than a 50% gross profit on my project. And I know Matt subs out a lot of the work that he's doing here, and I know he's still making that. And I want him to. Side note, maybe Eric can put this on the screen, which video it is, and those little cards that come up there or whatever, I don't know. But you could check out, I did a 2-part series last year with Matt Heiner where we talked about growing your business with Instagram. That's amazing, and he's done an amazing job, millions of dollars of sales because of what he does in social media. So Matt's really dialed in with that. But guys, every contractor has made communication hard, and every bit of communication that I've had with these guys is me initiating, sending a text, leaving a voicemail because nobody answers a fucking phone. All right. What did I say? Sending an email, text. What's the other one? What do? We said text, voicemails, emails, whatever. Yeah, that's what I mean. Okay, whatever. You get it. So guys, I'm going, hey, what's going on? When are you coming? When can I expect to get the pricing for that? I had already made the decision to hire him. Here's a good one. When can I pay you? Think about that for a minute. All right. Every single time, if I or my queen did not initiate the communication with these contractors, we would have zero communication at all with these contractors. All right, so the second reason why I'm sharing this text that I sent my woman last night is that one of these contractors is putting the ordering of materials on us, okay? She's out of town, like I said. I'm paraphrasing my text because I want to stay on point here, guys, because you know me, I squirrel out, right? Ooh, look at the squirrel. All right, so she's out of town. He sent her the material list to go to some website he said to go to and enter in the order numbers, the material numbers, whatever, right, into the thing and the quantities and all this other shit, X amount of boxes of this, and we need this, and we need this, and blah, blah, blah. Well, she's out of town. She's busy. She's living her life. She's doing the shit that she needs to do. It's funny, my computer's blowing up. She's texting me right now, okay? She knows I'm talking about her. Yeah, I'm talking about you, baby. We're good. All right. So anyway, yeah. She sends this information to me. The exact stuff he gave her, she gives me, I enter into these websites and I get error messages, I get links to something that's not the thing, even though it's the exact copy-paste from his email and all this other shit, okay? And these materials don't come in those quantities, they only come in pallets, or they only come in this, and blah, blah, blah. All right? As you can see, I'm probably going to get a little here. Now, many of you think I'm full of shit, and that's cool. I don't care. But I'm telling you, if you continue to make it hard on you people to do business with you and buy from you and pay you and work with you, you are going to burn your business to the ground because people are going to bail on you. They're going to give you shitty reviews and all this other garbage. I am trying to hire this guy. I've made the commitment to hire the guy. I've reached out to him several times to say, can I give you a deposit? Do you have a contract to sign? Because I'm not letting you in my home unless we have a contract and we know how the money's going to work. All the things I tell you here, right? I'm still waiting on his insurance to be sent over and all this. And guys, this is an established company. Okay, like I said, I'm trying to get him to let me send him a deposit. I mean, I want to give him money, and it's crickets. All right, I'm trying to pay him more. Here's another one. I'm trying to pay him more money so he can take the material bullshit off of my to-do list. Okay? Nope, won't do it. We don't do it that way. Okay? You might be asking, well, Tom, why is he putting the materials on you? Okay, well, because he's a little kitty. Okay, he is a little kitty. He is, I'm sorry, and he'll probably watch this. And in this instance of you running your business and the head trash that you have, you are okay, there it is. He's afraid. He is afraid to give too high of a price. Okay? And so he is pulling the materials out, okay, because I asked him, I'm like, well, why is this such a deal? Why can't you do it? He's like, well, this is how I stay competitive. I don't include the materials. I give people a list. They go get the materials for this and that and blah, blah, blah. My friends, my first question is, when he says, I don't want to give too high of a price, I want to be competitive. I'm like, well, too high for who? Certainly not me. Like I said, he told me he does not include materials because he wants to stay competitive. I don't care about competitive, my friends. I care about getting what I want. Okay? Her and I want something. We go, we're going to buy the thing. We're going to hire somebody. We did our homework. We looked at all these reviews, which is crazy. Maybe I'm the only one that's getting treated like this. Okay? It doesn't matter because I'm the only one that fucking matters to me, by the way. All right? In fact, the only customer that matters is the one you're dealing with right now. Okay? It's that simple. Just remember that. I don't care how many rooms you've painted, how many homes you've built, and all this other stuff. The only customer that matters is the one right now. Love the one you're with. Okay? It's simple. I want what we want in our home, and I'm willing to pay for it. I'm not bickering on price. I think I've said that enough. I cannot stress to you guys how important it is to get out of your own way and deliver what people want. It's simple. Okay? Stop making up stories in your head about, I'm too much money, they're going to shop me around. Stop making up stories in your head, or stop mind reading, trying to play the mind reading game. That's one of the worst things you can do. Stop giving a fuck about what the other contractors in your area are charging, because most of them are dickheads that have no idea what their math is of their business. And time out, disclaimer, when I call you a when I say you're a or many other words like or whatever it is, doesn't mean I think you're a bad human being. What I'm saying is in this area of your life, you're probably a really good dad, you're probably a really good husband, you're probably a really good son, daughter, whatever you might be. I am not doubting that. So I'm not attacking your character as a human being. I want to be very clear here, okay? Because some of you are you fucking email me and you read it the wrong way, okay? What I'm saying is in this area of your life and your business, the way you're running your business, you're being a dickhead, you're being a face. All right, you're being a moron, and you're stealing from your family, you're stealing from your future, you're adding stress to your life, you're making everything more difficult because you're making up stories, you're mind reading, and you give a shit about what other people are charging. All right? The fastest way for you to cut your testicles off as a contractor and go broke and lay in a gutter bleeding to death is to give a shit what the going rate is and what anyone else is charging. And that's the irony of this whole thing is how many of you contractors are out there going, well, I can't charge this in my area. I can't charge this in my trade. No way you can get that in my area, blah, blah. You're basing your prices on a bunch of people that don't know their fucking numbers. You're basing your prices on the average contractor who makes 50 to 60 grand a year and has debt way more than his income. You're basing your pricing and the experience you give, which I'll get to in a minute here. I got to get back on task here, but I'm going off on the numbers. You're basing all this numbers shit on people that have given up their hobbies, have shitty marriages because they're working too much, they're never home, they're playing the same estimating games everyone else is, they're running around being everyone's little fucking bitch, and you're worried about being competitive with them? Who's the moron? Okay? It ain't them, it's you in this instance. Eric's behind the camera, guys. It's kind of funny here. Every now and then when I say something, Eric's like, oh my God, I can't believe he said that. Oh my God, what am I going to do with that in the editing? He ain't going to do shit with it in the editing, okay? He's going to leave it as is. We might put a little kitty sound in here now and then, all right? But guys, you need to wake up to this shit. Wake up to the reality that you are your own worst enemy. And so am I. The results that I have in any area of my life are my fault, good or bad. Period. Same for you. This isn't really hard. Hopefully you could feel 1/10 of my annoyance right now about what I'm dealing with this certain contractor and what I've been dealing with all these other contractors. Because here's the deal, guys. This is what people think of you as a contractor. You're just fortunate enough that I'm one of you and I'm telling you the truth. Because most people just don't call you back anymore. Most people just ghost you. Most people just say, oh, you were too expensive, so we're not going to use you. When the reality is, every step of the way, you were eroding trust in the relationship with the customer or the prospect. Okay? This is what people deal with on a daily basis. And it's funny, over the past few months, as I'm dealing with these contractors, I'm having conversations with other neighbors of mine and friends of mine that I'm like, hey, you've done any home improvement lately? We're having these conversations. And I can't tell you how many times, like every single conversation, it's never been, oh man, that was a great experience working with this contractor. Every single person I talk to says it was a pain in the ass. Okay? The client who called you this morning, by the way, and you haven't called back, they're annoyed right now. Okay? Yeah, and I said this morning, some of you were like, well, it was only 4 hours ago. Yeah, stick. All right, that's too long. That might as well be an eternity. That might as well be 400 years in our day and age of instant gratification and communication. Okay? Well, I don't want to call them back because I don't know what I'm going to tell them because I don't know when I can get to their job. Quit being a pussy. Okay? Pick the phone up. Hey, Steve, this is Tom with Tom's Construction. Hey, what's up? Hey, listen, you're probably going to think I'm the worst person in the world, typical contractor. In fact, I was really afraid to even make this call because I don't want you to be mad at me. And I don't blame you for being mad at me, but I don't know what to tell you right now. You know, I got a guy who's out, he's sick. We ran into another problem on another project because we had a couple days of rain, and I'm just kind of backed up right now. And I don't want to bullshit you, And I just wanted to be honest with you and see if we could figure out how we're going to work this out. Guys, that's the conversation. But you're too chicken shit to fucking pick your phone up and have that conversation. Or how about that client who just wants you to honor your commitment? Like, hey, we'll have you the paperwork by Tuesday at 4 o'clock. And then Tuesday at 4 o'clock rolls around, they're looking. Or one of the contractors I was dealing with, I reached out 3 weeks ago, and I said, hey, where are we at with the schedule? Because he wasn't going to reach out to me, his team. They got like 30 employees, by the way, and an office staff and all this other shit, okay? And so people in the office can't call me, the scheduler can't call me, the estimator can't call me. You know what? Whose problem that is? The fucking business owner, because that's a leadership issue. Every issue in a business or organization is a leadership issue. I'll tell you that right now. I don't care what's going on in your company, whose job or role to do anything. If they ain't doing it, it's your fault if you're the owner. Period. The sooner you get that through your thick skull, the better off you're going to be. So, back to this one contractor. I call him up. I said, hey, just curious. I didn't hear back from you. When are you guys starting? Take me too long to find it on my phone right now. I could read it to you. It says, hey, we have a scheduling meeting this afternoon. I'll call you right after and let you know when we're coming. 3 weeks went by. I sent 4 or 5 texts, couple emails, and called the office twice in those 3 weeks. Got ghosted, never an email reply, never a text reply, all this other shit. Finally sent one more. I said, have you given up on doing my project? 5 seconds later, I got a reply. Hey, can I come tomorrow morning and do the final measure? Guys, I shouldn't have to do this. Okay, so that client that just wants you to honor their commitments, the commitments you made about anything. It could be on your website. They fill out a form. We'll reach out to you within the next business day or within the next hour or the next 48 hours. Where the hell you put on there? And you don't do it, you just dishonored a commitment. You didn't meet the commitment. Okay? And every step of the way here, my friends, you are eroding trust. This is why people want to hang contractors. This is why they say nasty things about us online. Okay, because it's not the paint job, it's not the floor, it's not the framing you did. It's the experience and everything around the actual work that matters. You're a pain in the ass to work with. Okay? Or how about the prospect who just wants you to have the balls to talk about what something's honestly going to cost, but you don't. they're annoyed too. I could go on and on. Shit, the person who's trying to pay you, but you don't accept credit cards because you're a cheap, okay? They're annoyed. They're annoyed too. I have said, and I'm standing by it right now, that 80% of home improvement contractors that are the business owners that are in business for themselves should not be in business. You should quit. Close the business down. Okay? Because it's too stressful. There's too much at stake. You're stealing from your family. Your health has gone to shit because you don't exercise anymore. You don't do your hobbies that you love. You give your wife and your kids scraps and all this stuff because you think the answer to winning is just working harder and being a better craftsman. And that's as important as craftsmanship is, and I respect it, and it is important. Okay? That stuff's important. But if you're not willing to do what successful business owners do, please quit. Okay? Everyone, including you, will be happier for it. And you'll actually make more money, have less stress, and all that other shit. See, if you gave half the about making it easy for people to work with you as you know, or hire you or pay you or all the things I've talked about here, communicate with you, as you do about your work trailers and your tools, like seriously, if you gave half as many or about all that, about the experience as you do about tools and trailers and, you know, blah, 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 you know, whatever I'm trying to say. I'm so pissed right now. All right? You'd probably be retired on an island by right now and you wouldn't even be watching this. I wouldn't be yelling at you. Okay? There is money and freedom and less stress and happiness and better relationships and all these things literally right under your nose. But you're too concerned with being right and protecting your mediocrity. Okay? That's a problem. So just so I'm loud and clear, like I said in my group last night, I'll read what I told my group last night. I said, just so I'm loud and clear, there are about 18 of you in this group who are solid on these things with the experience. Okay? The rest of you have some soul searching to do. So we have thousands and thousands and thousands of people that watch this. There's probably 100 of you that are dialed in with this. The rest of you got some work to do. You need to get out of your way. You need to own your crap. All right? Quit playing business person and be a business person. My question for you is, will you step the hell up and be a real business owner or not? It's really the question today. Will you do what it takes? If not, then shut your doors and stop making the other 18 or 100 people or whatever it is look like shit and making our lives more difficult. So many of you guys talk so much smack about the great work you do. Nobody cuts a ceiling line like I do. Nobody fucking like I do and all this other shit. All right, blah, blah, blah. You know what? F off with you and your high quality work. I already said high quality is important. All right? But your high quality work right now. Seriously, start taking pride in the mindsets and the skill sets that it takes to run a real business. Start taking pride in those things. Have half as much pride in being good at those things as you do in your craft, and you will blow away every other contractor in your area, and your family will be financially free for generations. It's not hard. You got to get out of your way. All right, so if I didn't piss you off too much today and you've made it this far and you're not subscribed, hit the subscribe button or the little bell or whatever the hell we do here so that you get notified when we have a new video. All right, and if you know a contractor who's not one of the 18 that this applies to, send this video to them. Or if you're a homeowner and you're dealing with a contractor who you'd really like to castrate them because their communication skills suck, okay? Send this video to them, okay? And I'm apologizing for the pain that you've gone through and the annoyance you've gone through because I know, like you, I just want people to show up and do their job. I'm willing to pay for it. Yet, contractor after contractor, man after woman, you keep telling yourself that money's the most important thing. People won't hire me because of my high prices. Dear Lord, I'm telling you, I just did an interview with one of the GCs, general contractor, subs out pretty much everything. He sells and produces his work at a 50 to 60% gross profit regularly. I've got dozens like him that sub everything out. And the reason they don't get price objections and shit like that, my friends, is because of all the other things we've been talking about here. They build trust along the way. But you all think it's about the money. No, it's because you have bedhead when you showed up. You didn't call when you said you'd call. You don't know how to brush your teeth. In fact, you probably don't know where your toothbrush is. It's with your 4 other missing teeth in the other room somewhere. Okay? Like, have some pride in the way you look, the way you communicate, the way you deal with people. Be respectful. Respect. I got it on the wall. There's a reason we have respect. Bringing respect and dignity back to the trades isn't going to magically happen because you decide to just raise your prices one day. You got to bring the value. You got to bring the goods. You got to look the part and be the part. Act the part. Yeah, this is really what I should be doing. Guys, girls, people, contractors, I care about you. If you watch this channel and you think I don't care about you, you're high, okay? Like, you're way high. Because I eat, sleep, and breathe this shit trying to help you be more successful, trying to help you stop stealing from your damn families, stop dishonoring your name. I want you to be the type of person that could wake up in the morning and look in the mirror and go, yeah, mother, I'm super proud of you. But instead, when we don't have our dialed in our business, in our life, our personal discipline, all those things that we talk about here in the fight, what do? You don't want to make eye contact with the person in the mirror because you're ashamed and you want to hide and you want to keep telling yourself lies. So shit or get off the pot. Will you step the hell up and be a real business person or not? I'm out.